in your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today I'm just going to be talking about Neuvillette's weapon called Tome of the Eternal Flow. That's basically about it. That's the whole video. By the way, if you happen to like this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. 541 attack at level 90, and the crit damage substat is at 88. So with the introduction of the Flow of the Eternal Flow, there are now 3 Catalyst 5-star weapons that have crit damage as substats. And out of the 3, the Tome of the Eternal Flow has the most crit damage as the substat. The Tula Scaramouche's weapon has 44 crit damage at level 90. However, it does have a higher base attack at 674. And my wife's signature weapon, her crit damage weapon only has 66. But at level 90, the base attack is at 608. So the Tome of Eternal Flow does have lower base attack compared to the other 2. But with the higher crit damage, I guess it kind of just balances out. The passive of the Eternal Flow is a pretty odd one because only Neuvillette is the only character right now that can make use out of this weapon, since he's the only character in the game that can sacrifice his HP during combat. So the passive is basically HP is increased by 16%. When current HP increases or decreases, charge attack damage will be increased by 14% for 4 seconds, max 3 stacks, can be triggered once every 0.3 seconds. When you have 3 stacks or refresh your 3rd stack's duration, 8 energy will be restored. This energy restoration effect can be triggered once every 12 seconds. For other Catalyst characters to make use out of this 5-star weapon, they're either going to have to take a hit or get healed. That could be problematic because getting hit is annoying. It could lead to DPS loss, especially if you're getting hit by like a very hard attack. And if you're running main DPS Catalyst users like Yanfei, Ningguang, and Klee, you most likely might be using a shielder to not get hit so they don't take damage. And those 3 Catalyst users make the use out of charge attacks, so you probably are using a shield so they don't get hit while they're charge attacking. If you're running Ningguang, you most likely might be running Zhongli or some other shielder for the Geo Resonance. I know Yanfei gets her own shield. I don't remember if it's like a Constellation or if her burst already comes with the shield. And Klee is kind of clunky, so having a shielder with Klee would help. Since other characters have to get hit to make use out of this passive, I don't really think it's beneficial to roll for this weapon unless you have Neuvillette and you just really like using Neuvillette. For stat stick, it's generally pretty good, right? It has the most crit damage out of all the other Catalyst weapons, so if you just really are desperate for more crit damage, then yeah, maybe rolling for this weapon would be beneficial. If you want a weapon that has more general use, I think Scaramouche's weapon is probably the best option, since the passive of that weapon does increase normal attack damage, and even though Ningguang, Yanfei, and Klee use charge attacks, you still use normal attacks every now and then, so they can at least make use or full use, maybe not full use, but they make a good use out of the passive. But, and this is a very big but, there are rumors that Furina's kit involves draining the HP of your allies. If that rumor does happen to be true, then you could roll for this weapon, equip it to your other Catalyst character like Ningguang or whoever, and pull for Furina and then put Furina with that character. It's going to be a pretty interesting combo. It's a very cliche situation that Hoyoverse does, that they cause a problem but they sell you the solution, because in order to make use out of that Catalyst weapon for other characters, you might have to end up pull for Furina, since Neuvillette's the only Catalyst character that can just, drain his HP. Keep in mind that I don't know how true the party-wide HP drain on Furina would be. A possibility is there, since most of the Fontaine characters so far involve HP in some way. So Furina having the party-wide HP drain wouldn't be that far-fetched, since she is the Hydro Archon. And in lore, she seems to be kind of like an attention whore, so her draining your party's HP does seem kind of fitting. Anyways, back to the Tome of the Eternal Flow. This weapon does come alongside with the Homa, another crit damage weapon. So this weapon banner has two very good stat sticks. So if you are desperate for more crit damage, then pulling for this weapon would be beneficial. Since Neuvillette is a main DPS character, he does have other 4-star options when it comes to Catalyst. You have the Witsith, which is generally pretty good. The Black Cliff, the Battle Pass Catalysts. That's basically about it. I don't really keep much in touch with 4-star Catalysts since, you know, majority of them tend to be bad, but at least you have some options and you're not required to have a 5-star weapon for anything. But it is nice to have a 5-star weapon though. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Any comments, concerns about the Tome of the Eternal Flow? Are you gonna be pulling for this weapon? What weapon are you gonna be using for Neuvillette? And I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye now. Come again soon.